Welcome back to the Pen and Ink Bar. Thanks very much for joining us again today. So I'm going to be looking at a sailor pen. We're going back to Japanese pens today, and this time with a sailor. I've done some pilot pens before, but this is going to be looking at the Progear Slim. Now the Progear comes in two different models. The full-size model, the Progear, well, just the Progear I suppose, but it also comes in the Progear Slim, which has also been known as the Sailor Sapporo as well, but now widely known and marketed as the Progear Slim. So just a smaller version of that Progear model. Exactly the same look to it, but shorter and slightly slimmer. So I've got two. I was very fortunate to get one off eBay a little while ago, a clear demonstrator one, in an HM, with an HM nib on that, with a medium nib. But I really wanted a fine nib pen, and I really liked the blue. They do a sky model, and they do that in the full-size Progear, the Progear Slim, and also in the Pro Colour 500, the steel nib pens as well. They do that colour throughout those three pens. So I got the sky one of this because I don't know how much longer they're going to be around. It's a beautiful blue demonstrator model. So I'm going to look at both. I'm going to use the sky to give you an idea of the actual pen, but I'll do writing samples using the sky and the clear demonstrator, so you can see the difference between the fine nib and the medium nib, and there is quite a significant difference between the way that they both write, and which is why I want to have a look at those both for you to see, so you can make a bit of a mind up about the nibs. Because Sailor do so many different nibs as well that there's other options in between the fine and the medium, and then moving upwards from there. So I'll give you an idea of line width for you to see. So I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can have a look at it, and then we'll come back in a second. Thank you. Welcome back. So we're looking at these Sailor Progear Slims that we have here. I have two, so we'll, as you see, exactly the same packages. We'll just take one away while we'll just look at the packaging. Plain white cardboard box, sleeve around it, giving you the details of the model. So this is the Slim and this is the Sky. Then inside's nothing new here, we've seen these before, the typical Sailor navy box with this gold writing on here and the Sailor logo. Nice pretty box though, you know, I do like them. Sailor on the inside and this sort of, you know, faux satin type finish, and then the padded bottom here. This lifts up, and then underneath them we've got the converter that came with it, which is now in the pen, the instructions, and just got this little sleeve that it came in here. This then is actually, I had this from the writing desk, and any pen you order from the writing desk is tested before it goes out, and they send you that testing card with it, which is a really nice touch. So this is the Sky. So I'm just going to take this one out as well for you to, so we've got them, and I'll just take them out of the box. See, exactly the same packaging, and this one is the demonstrator. Put all of that out of the way and we'll just take them out. So now we have, I'm just going in a little bit closer, the Progear Slim Sky and the Progear Slim transparent demonstrator. So as you see, fairly small pen here by comparison. So measurements wise, we're talking, as you can look at these now, 123 millimeters capped like this. It's 111 millimeters without the cap on from the finial to the tip of the nib, and then 144 millimeters when you post this pen. You'll see in a bit it needs to be posted. It is one of those pens that I believe was designed to be posted, and it posts very well. You know, we'll go on and we'll have a look at this now. And as I said, so what I've got here, this is a medium nib on this one, and this is the fine nib. But other than that, both absolutely identical. I'm going to put that down so we can have a look at this now a little closer up. If we look at the finials now, we've got the Sailor logo here at the tip. We have Sky, so we've got Sailor, Japan, Sky. So this is the actual colour version of this pen written on there around the band. we've got a silver chrome, or a chrome band then at the bottom, then it sort of tapers off. So it's a bit of a sort of cigar shape pen that's had the ends chopped off really and flattened, which I think makes a really nice looking pen and a bit different from having the sort of the points that we see in, you know, the standard 1911 Sailor pen or the Pro colour that I have as well. So twist cap, not too many twists, which is great. And we'll see then we have a completely transparent blue colour. It's a beautiful blue colour that we have here. I really like blue demonstrators, and this is, it's a darker blue, which I really like actually. It's not a bright blue, it's a lovely royal blue. And then look at this nib. I love Sailor nibs, very pretty nibs, looking nibs. How close can I get that? There. So it has the Sailor logo written in the middle there. It has 1911 written on the top and the 14 carat. I don't know if you can pick it up there on the side, just about there you'll see the HF. So it's a hard fine nib pen, and you can see this is a fine nib. Cartridge converter, so fits either Sailor cartridges, of which you get a blue one with the pen when you buy it, or use the converter, which again you get with the pen. So for me, I absolutely love the colour of this pen, and as you see then, this exactly the same. But what you may be able to see in this that you don't make out so much in the blue model because of the darker ink is this here. You get, in both of them, I've got this sort of ink that is collected around the section here, filled it up, and it sort of gathers just in there. I think it must go through as I'm filling it up. It does disappear over time as I'm writing with it, and then we've got a little bit of condensation building up from when I cleaned it up last night. So that, you know, sort of needs drying out properly, so that's completely my fault. But it does happen with demonstrator pens, you get this condensation that you sort of see through there. But exactly the same design on the nib, but you can see there it's an HM, again 14 karat gold nib. So other than that, let's just do a writing sample. The one thing I will let you know though about these pens is, as I said, this is just a slimmed down version of the Progear, which is fatter, bit longer, and comes with a 21 karat gold nib. So retail points here in the UK, this retails, I got this from the writing desk for £113.95, I believe these are retailing for, which for a 14 karat gold nib is a really good price point. Big choice of colours, so this is the demonstrator range, which also then comes in a pink, an orange and a green, I believe. And then there's the solid colours that come in some lovely purples and a berry colour. There's loads of white and reds and various other colours from there. All the same price point. And then a variety of nibs. So we've got things like, so this is the fine and the medium. There's also a medium fine and MF nib. Then there's a broad nib. There's a music nib. There's a zoom nib. So plenty to choose from. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else for me to tell you about this pen. Any questions you have, then please just ask me, because I don't want to make this video too long. So I'm just going to do a quick writing sample here for you. As I said, it needs to be posted. I think without it being posted, this is a very short pen. But it does post very well and very comfortable. It's really well balanced. This is a lightweight pen. It's only 20 grams with the cap on and 13 grams without it, so a lightweight pen. So this is the Progear Slim, and this is Sailor, and this is a fine nib, and the ink is KWZ Azure. And this is the number 4 version of that ink. So that's the fine just do you a couple of swirls. It's a fairly dry nib on this, so I would sort of use a wet ink along with this if you can at any point. But then here we now have, and you'll see the difference. So this is the Progear Slim from Sailor, and this is the medium. And the same ink, KWZ Azure number 4. Now this is a smoother nib. I'm not saying that the fine isn't a smooth nib, I have no issues with it, but obviously the broader you get with the nib, the more buttery that nib becomes and easier to write with from there. So let me just put that back a second for you, zoom out a little bit. And then if I can get that lined up, there we go. You will see the difference. It's also a wetter nib, that medium nib, for you to look at. For me, I have to put a much drier nib, ink in the medium for it to be what I like writing with. And I think what this has made me do is really what I want now is the MF that's in between those two, which I think is probably the perfect line. But there you go. I hope this is helpful. Right, so we've had a look at the Progear Slim, and you've seen the Sky and you've seen the demonstrator model. I'm also going to be recording a video looking at this Progear Slim and comparing it to the Pilot Custom 74, which I have in the blue demonstrator as well. So quite similar pens, both 14 karat gold nib pens. So I'm going to do a bit of a sort of shootout, a bit of a comparison between those two and my findings, having written with both of them for a little while now. So keep a lookout on that one. Please, if you like the video, please like the video, subscribe below, and leave me any comments, questions or any requests that you'd like to see in the future. But thanks again for joining us again, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye!